Alright. I got some questions to ask. I want the one that explains who we are. You're the one who wanted me to slay the princess. Why?
Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed. And despite how far you've fallen, you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
I was made to do this single task. Who made me? What am I? Alright. Hold on. I'm just trying to see. Break off. I was made to do this single task. Who made me? What am I? I know we've already asked this, but I'm trying to get to the part where he talks about the shambling mound as well.
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
Are you something like me? You said she contains death. What is she?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can.
Do you know that things won't just be worse if I destroy her? Why couldn't you have told me all this from the start? I would have helped you destroy her. Why did you make her a princess? Let's go up to... You know that things won't just be worse if you destroy her.
Of course they won't be worse. I saw a glimpse of a better world, and I did what I could to make it real. Anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave.
What would it be like to live in a world without her?
Light, burdenless, an eternal pattern of forgetfulness leading into the joys of rediscovery. Everyone will be with the ones they love. No more fear, no more howling chaos. Just life, forever.
Yeah, but that's not just life, that's stagnation, bro.
There's a cruel irony to it all. The only way I could share my dream with the world was to never be able to see it for myself.
Why did you make her a
Make her
princess?
But I wove the idea of her into something your scattered mind could fathom. You chose for that something to be a princess.
I chose it. I chose to make her a princess. Why couldn't I have made things easier on myself and picked something small or weak like an ant or a slice of bread?
Are you asking me to spend my final moments psychoanalyzing?
Yes, I am actually asking you that, you bastard.
Whatever you viewed her as needed to map on some level to what she was. You couldn't just pick something arbitrary and beneath you. I don't know why you settled on a princess specifically, but clearly a princess is what you wanted. Maybe she needed to be beautiful, important, above you, but on a level you could still approach. A herald of things to come. I don't know. Gods are supposed to be beyond comprehension. I really shouldn't try and anthropomorphize you like this.
Let's see. If she's capable of becoming whatever people believe her to be, can't I just will her into something small?
As you are now, you won't be able to will her into anything. You don't work the way a living being does. Not anymore.
Rude.
And as you were before, you couldn't be trusted with the knowledge of what she is. No one could be trusted with that knowledge. Intrusive thoughts have a way of creeping in and ruining everything. It's why I had to die.
Alright. Let's see if that unlocked anything new. If you're not me, no, I know that. Why couldn't you have told me all this from the start? He just answered that, though. Are you a god, or were you a god?
No. In life, I was painfully mortal. A witness to the end of days. I held the fear of death in my heart and saw oblivion threaten the very memory of everything I knew and everyone I loved. I needed to do something, so I made you. And I made her. And I made this place to hold you both.
You made us out of what? Oh, I need to remember what that question was. What was it? Are you a god or were you a god? I gotta remember that one. So that way I can unlock this chain again.
The cycle of life and death. The endless pattern of creation and destruction. I tore it in two and shaped the fraying threads into you and her.
Rude AF, narrator. Say nothing and watch him end.
I've said my piece, and my time is up. I'm just an echo, and every echo fades away. You know what you have to do.
I know what must be done! As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. Narrative was right. You are the long quiet, a vast and nascent god, and it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find.
I can
Hello there.
finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Okay. So I have gone through all of this so many times, so I'm just gonna go with what happens now.
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes.
It is very moving, and it's still moving. I really do love this part. It's just that I have done it a couple times now, so I know what she's gonna say, but I am interested in what the vessels are gonna end up saying, because I have not gotten to this part with these vessels. Every vessel that I have for this confrontation here is actually a new one that I didn't have before.
So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Let's find out. Let's talk this through. I still have so many questions and I need answers before I can make a choice. There has to be another way. This can't just come down to me either destroying you or letting you out. I won't do it.
My very nature is paradox, as is yours. You cannot use words to grasp at things that are beyond their reach. And you cannot rationalize that which defies logic.
Nothing defies logic.
But violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
I made her angry. Whoa! That was new?
Pray for something bigger than you that stalks and slinks in shadows. Within, you are tightly bound and choke on heavy air as acid burns its way into your pores. A nest of things devouring within things devouring. But even when dissolved, you gifted me a life. Perhaps it was fear that drove you. Perhaps it was compassion. But the outcome of an act matters more than its intentions. There is a natural order to the cycle of things sustaining things. A world without sustenance is a world without relationships. And it is our relationships that give us form and substance.
Alright, I'm liking this. Expand? Address this vessel's statement directly? Appeal to your shared humanity? You speak about life and death and change and stagnation, but that isn't what any of this has been about. Reject her authority. You've done nothing but lecture me since the minute I got here. Argue your independence. You act as though the world can't exist without you, but I've existed without you. Reject her perspective. I won't engage in violence. Yo! They really changed this up with that update. They really changed this up with the end of everything update. Yo! Expand. Address this vessel's statement directly. You're right. Without desire, we have no need for relationships. We would all be alone. Yes, without desire, we have no need for relationships, but we would all be alone. But if we had no desires, would being alone be so bad? You cannot use eating me to prove that you're right. But my intentions do matter. I only freed you to save myself. Yes, without desire, we have no need for relationships. We would all be alone. But if we had no desires, would being alone be so bad?
You seek to remove complexity itself, but it is complexity that adds color to experience.
It pretends to protect us from
No.
loss, to fear death protects from losing a body. To fear ruin protects from losing status. To fear rejection protects from being known. But losing a body is contained within having a body. Losing status is contained within having status. Being known is contained within being conscious.
Yo, these have been really interesting so far.
It is in the nature of all things to transform, to go from known to hidden to known again. But when the ceaseless impermanence of all things strips away the finality of endings, what remains of fear? Is it a shelter protecting you from itself? Or is it a shelter protecting itself from you? You took fear by the hand and walked with it into the unknown, and through that, you feared nothing.
Okay, so these all stay the same. I'm addressing the vessel statements directly. Those have been super interesting. That wasn't a rejection of fear. You broke me to your will. You wanted to make the world suffer. You act as if you're above it all, but you're not. I'm not afraid anymore. Even if I'm not afraid now, the fear of others is real. We can't uphold the harm that everyone suffers just because we are beyond it. Oh, yes, I like that one. Yes, 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 yes.
Others cling to fear because they have not yet seen beyond it. Will you strip the world of possibility just because some refuse to see its beauty? A shiver passes through you as unseen fingers dance across your skin. They remember the violence you inflicted on them, and yet they don't return it. I offer you absolution, and you take my hand in yours. You felt the pain you caused another, and you were willing to sacrifice everything you thought was yours to set me free. Without sin, there is no redemption.
But without redemption, there can be no sin. If I'd known what you were, I never would have freed you. And I would sacrifice everything to free you again. Yo! Sure, I'll just spin it around. She does that to me all the time. I'll spin it around on her. But without redemption, there can be no sin.
And without contrast, there can be nothing at all.
A trick behind your back and a trick behind mine. We dance, revolving and revolving around each other, but forever stuck in place. We both move, and yet we both don't. For each of us watches the other instead of ourselves. But forever is not forever. You let me move, and I slammed the door. But that is not the end. And both of us must face our partner once again. The barbs twist deeper, but they do not have to. To change is to hold the potential to rise above. Would you limit yourself to what you are now? Or would you like to see what you might become tomorrow?
Oh man, she makes such good arguments. If there are no endings, there are no limits. If there are no limits, then there is no difference between growth and decay. I have already come so far. What more is there left for me to see? With time, we could have been better. Ooh. With time, we could have been better.
And there is always time.
To question everything is to deny the truth in front of you. By believing in your suffering, you make your suffering real. By believing in your limitations, you placed a shackle on your neck. Bound for eternity, you saw the need for impermanence, and it was through that need that you carved our freedom. Without impermanence, the suffering of living things is infinite.
That's very true, Kohu. I do know Thorn.
Would you strip my gifts away and leave everyone to suffer in the dark?
They'll get over it. They'll see your end as a gift in time. That would be torture. I'm going to appeal to your shared humanity. You speak about life and death and change and stagnation. That isn't what any of this has been about.
Oh, is it not? Perhaps you can enlighten me.
As the clash between you abates, the princess relaxes, smiling from a distance. The respite is welcome.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
It's easy to believe in the things you believe in when you get to sit above it all. What do you think happens if we leave? How do we leave? I never wanted to fight you. I have to fight for a better world. You've done everything you can to make me understand your perspective, but you keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you.
What I offer you is not perspective. It is truth.
Whatever you're trying to do right now.
Yeah, the voices come back. Let's go. I do love how eldritch the game gets too, Tets. I truly do. How are you supposed to help?
She's too many things all at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get through all that divine confidence. I can help. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
Let's go.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm gonna take that as a yes.
Don't worry about it. I like how detailed it gets as it goes on.
Don't think any of the others have forgotten what you said at the mirror. They all talked, and they're not happy.
Oh, the other voices are mad at me.
But we can discuss that later. We have a job to do.
Ooh.
Do you need me to describe things?
Nah, I'm good, bruh. I'm good. Take the blade.
That's probably for the best. It's always seemed to give us more options than not.
Enter the basement.
The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
Have you figured out what you want to do yet, or are you going to keep trying to find a center that doesn't exist?
I'll do what I want.
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
And there you are.
Yeah.
Knife in hand. It really brings me back. Have you given up on talking? Have you finally decided to kill me?
I might have.
You'll have all of eternity to yourself after this. Why don't we chat a little before I go?
Oh, I'm kind of tempted. Oh, should I? No, I want to see. I want to see if there's any options I haven't gotten. Oh, there's a lot. I don't think I want to be a god. Are you the same as you are out there? I don't want to hurt anyone. There has to be a way out of this. What are we going to do? I'm sorry, slay the princess and slay the princess. I don't think I want to be a god.
Honestly, me neither.
Oh yeah, save. Saving's a thing I could have done. It's fine. It's fine. Are you the same as you are out there?
No. I feel like I'm myself again.
I don't want to hurt anyone. There has to be a way out of this.
Well, I don't want to be at the end of that knife, so how about we figure something out? What if we tried doing this forever? I can do whatever you think I can, right?
Okay, so this would lead into the cycle.
So, make me put it all back. Make me fix whatever this place is and make me wipe our memories of everything that's happened.
So we've gone that route before.
Make me send us back to the beginning, before we woke up. Before either of us saw the truth.
Can she really do that? Are you sure that's what you want?
I don't want to forget you.
That's sweet. But unless you do, the whole world ends, right? Not like I care. But it seems important to you.
I take it all back. I don't want this and I don't want to kill you. Is it too late to go back to just being a god? This isn't fair. I want to be here with you. I don't want to be alone again.
Neither do I. But we won't be alone for long. I'll be right here, waiting for you.
We're going to find ourselves back here eventually.
And if we do, nothing is stopping us from making the same choice. We could just keep doing this forever.
And this is an ending I have already gotten before. I have done the cycle before. So... how painful do I want this to be? Do I take the option I've already taken, where I at least apologize, or do I just stab her? Oh, it's so hard to do the mean dialogue options. It's so hard. I don't want to be mean. I'm just gonna... chat, look away.
So this is really it then. Let's see this through.
Oh, we're gonna do this.
So, that's how it is.
I'm sorry.
Whatever world you want to build without me, I hope it works out.
I'm sorry.
Despite our differences, I've always loved you, and I wish you nothing but the best.
Oh my gosh, I can't. This is the worst. You blink and the princess is gone. All you have left of her is a small, melancholic weight that sits at the borders of your heart. Whatever action brought you and the princess into being was rough and jagged and left each of you with a piece of the other. By destroying her once and for all, you also destroyed a piece of yourself. But the world hasn't ended. Things continue on.
She's gone. And I don't think she's coming back.
No, she's not.
Then we did what we set out to do. Come on, let's get going. We don't need to linger down here anymore.
Leave the cabin. You leave the basement behind. I feel so sad, man. Oh, then the stairs. And then you leave the cabin itself.
It's quiet here.
The path and the woods outside are an empty canvas, but there is even more to see beyond this place. The fruits of your labor, a world free from death. Not my preferred ending. It's truly not my preferred ending, but yeah. Body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation and you feel sensation in your limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonizing tension to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of your cage pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
He's gone. She's gone. No one is left to trap us here but us.
Open your heart and bear witness to your new kingdom. All at once, the unyielding tension gives way. And then the shattering. You're free. And before you lies the endless expanse of absolute reality. A new absolute reality. One forged by your will and by a long and arduous cycle of bloodshed that has stained your hands countless times over. But there will be no more bloodshed in this new world.
You should never make assumptions about things you don't know. Like whether or not the voices in your head will be gone for good.
Oh boy.
Torturer. And to think I thought we could rely on you. Can't even trust ourselves.
This is going to be fun, isn't it?
Oh no.
I'm sorry. They all know what you did. Voices get around. Knives out, boys. It's time to get to work.
Oh no, I'm going to spend eternity being tortured by the voices in my head. Oh no. A new and unending dawn and everyone hates you. Slay the princess and make some enemies along the way. So that's what happens if you always say that one line to the mirror, if you always take the mean option. Oh my gosh. That's horrible. That is such a bad ending. Like, that's not just a bad ending, that's like a bad ending. Like, we got the ending where we just turn into oblivion, right? We did that ending where we deny her a vessel every time, and eventually she just kind of fizzles out and I unravel because of the fact that, you know, you're using yourself to spin up the different worlds. And as the princess said, there's only so much yarn to use. And then eventually we just fade into oblivion, right? You would think that's the worst ending. This one is literally the worst ending, because in the original New Beginning, or the, you know, the one where everyone doesn't hate you, you go out and you start everything over and you have the voices in your head, but they don't all hate you and you're alone, yeah, but at least you have the company, right? No, in this one, not only do you kill the person you love, but your own personas hate you and spend the rest of eternity being angry at you for being a dick and telling them that they were gonna die. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I seriously think that is the worst ending you could get. Like, that is the worst ending. Yeah, eternity, forever. It is a world with no death. It is not a world free from sorrow, because those voices are about to make us very damn sorry. I hope you guys have enjoyed the trip, though. I definitely had a lot of fun getting the vessels and routes I hadn't gotten yet. There were some really interesting ones, and I really, really like how the end of everything expanded upon that conflict at the end with the shambling mound, giving you those different options and allowing you to address the vessels directly. Like, I really have to give props to the writers. They did a very good job with the whole philosophical aspect of all of this. It is very enjoyable and engaging. I really, really love that about this game. We will definitely come back to this game at least 1 or 2 more times so that we can finish up the last few routes we haven't gotten, and that one last ending we haven't gotten either. So, yeah.